Few people run this world, and it's not because they were chosen, it's because they became something the rest couldn't. They studied the rules, broke them, and built their own game. These people are different, but they share one thing: power. And they fall into 6 unstoppable types. As I reveal each one, ask yourself, which one are you becoming? Because by the end, you'll realize that the world isn't waiting, it's moving. The first type doesn't need attention. They watch, learn, and move when no one expects it. They are the silent strategists, thinkers who win battles before they even begin. Their power is patience and precision. While others waste energy, they conserve it, waiting for the perfect strike. When they finally act, it's game over. Then there are those who can't sit still. They see walls and break through them. They see rules and bend them until they snap. They are the bold trailblazers, risk-takers who go first when everyone else hesitates. Fear doesn't stop them, it excites them. Their energy is chaotic but powerful, and that chaos creates breakthroughs the world has never seen. But power isn't always loud. Some lead with warmth, trust, and connection. They are the heartful connectors, people who bring others together, build loyalty, and turn strangers into allies. They don't just talk, they listen, and that makes them magnetic. Their strength isn't in speed or strategy, but in unity. When they move, entire groups move with them. Another type thinks differently. They see patterns where others see noise. They are the masterful architects, the builders of systems, ideas, and empires. Every structure, every innovation starts with them. Their minds are blueprints for the future. When the rest are reacting, they are designing the next big move, and that's why they always seem one step ahead. Then come the ones who thrive on chaos. They don't fear change, they cause it. They are the fearless disruptors, the rule breakers who shake industries, challenge traditions, and refuse to accept that's how it's done. Their playground is uncertainty. While others panic, they adapt, turning disasters into opportunities. They're unpredictable, unstoppable, and always dangerous to the status quo. The last type rarely seeks the spotlight. They are the quiet influencers, the invisible hands behind movements, the unseen voices shaping trends. You may not know their names, but their impact is everywhere. They whisper, and the world listens. They move pieces on the board without ever touching them. They prove that true power doesn't always roar. It sometimes whispers. 6 types, 6 powers. But here's the truth. None of them were born this way. They made choices, built habits, and faced failures most people couldn't. Survive. And that means one thing. You can be any one of them. The question is, will you step up, or will you stay a spectator in someone else's game? Stop and think. What describes you best? Are you quiet, absorbing every detail, or bold, kicking down doors? Do you bring people together or design futures? Do you thrive in chaos or control the room with silence? The answer matters, because the moment you identify your strength, you take the first step to becoming unstoppable. But here's the real twist. The strongest don't pick just one. They mix. A strategist who disrupts is unstoppable. A connector who builds systems becomes a legend. The most dangerous people are those who combine strengths. Why settle for one when you can master many? Your potential is far bigger than any label. So what separates them from everyone else? Action. They move when others hesitate. They decide when others overthink. They're willing to be wrong, to fail, to adjust. While the world waits, they build, and that's why they lead. It's not about knowing everything, it's about moving before everyone else does. Where do you start? By being brutally honest. Look in the mirror and ask, am I moving or am I frozen? Am I spending my life watching others win, or am I ready to play? The truth stings, but it's necessary. This world doesn't reward spectators. It crowns those who step into the arena. Every type has habits. The strategist trains the mind daily. The trailblazer feeds courage by trying and failing. The connector invests in trust and people. The architect studies and plans relentlessly. The disruptor finds comfort in discomfort. The quiet influencer observes and listens. Habits turn ordinary into extraordinary. But don't be fooled. There's always a price. The strategist sacrifices time. The trailblazer risks everything. The connector faces betrayal. The architect battles doubt. The disruptor fights resistance. The quiet influencer hides behind the curtain. Greatness always costs something. The question is, are you willing to pay? Here's the suspense. You've already met people like this, maybe without realizing. The leaders you admire, the billionaires you follow, the quiet forces behind major movements. They fit these types. The difference is, they acted. While you were watching, they were building. And that's why the world belongs to them. Think about your presence. When your name comes up, what do people feel? Fear, respect, trust, curiosity, or nothing? That reaction is your report card. If the answer disappoints you, good. That means it's time to evolve. No name stays unknown if the work speaks loud enough. Each type thrives on growth. They never stop. They read, they fail, they adapt, they reinvent. When most people slow down, they accelerate. They know that mastery is endless, and they chase it every day. That hunger is why they lead and why the rest follow. Here's the hard truth. No one will hand you power. No one will open the door unless you push. The strategist will outthink you. The trailblazer will outrun you. The disruptor will outfight you unless you decide to become one of them. That decision changes everything. But it's yours to make. And yes, the world will test you. It will throw walls, failures, and doubts at you. But pressure is what shapes steel. Every loss can be a weapon if you learn from it. Every doubt can be fuel. You either let the weight crush you, or you use it to rise. That choice separates leaders from followers. So here's your moment. 6 types, 6 paths. Which will you choose? Which will you sharpen? Who will you become when it's time to step up? The world won't wait, and neither should you. Someone will run it. Why not make sure it's your hands on the wheel? But remember this, every legend started small. They weren't born with confidence. They built it. They weren't born with vision. They shaped it. They failed more times than they succeeded. The only reason you know their names now is because they refused to quit. That's your advantage. You can start today. Doubt will come, loud and heavy. People will laugh. Friends will leave. Opportunities will collapse. And still, those 6 types keep moving. Because they understand something most people don't. The world respects momentum. Stay in motion, and the world eventually moves with you. You must protect your energy. Every type, whether strategist, builder, or disruptor, knows the value of focus. They don't waste time on distractions or small thinking. They cut noise. They guard their vision. They turn away from average. Power grows in silence. What are you protecting today? Mastery doesn't happen overnight. It's a war. One decision, one habit, one battle at a time. The strategist sharpens. The trailblazer experiments. The connector listens. The architect designs. The disruptor tests limits. The influencer shapes minds. Day by day, these actions stack until the world can't ignore you. So here's the question. Only you can answer. What will your story be? When the dust settles, when people talk about the ones who ran this world, will your name be there? Or will you be the one who watched? The power is in your hands. Choose your type. Build your habits. And go take the world. Most people fail because they chase everything. The 6 types know the opposite secret. Focus. They double down on what they do best. They don't scatter energy. They sharpen it like a blade. Every yes is chosen carefully. Every no is a shield protecting their vision. How focused are you? Opportunity rarely knocks. It whispers. The quiet influencer hears it. The strategist anticipates it. The trailblazer creates it. The architect builds it. The connector shares it. The disruptor flips it upside down. Which one are you? Are you listening, or are you scrolling past your moment? There's one more truth. Each type has to fight comfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you feel too safe, you're done. That's why they keep moving. New skills, new battles, new risks. They know staying still is the same as moving backward. When was the last time you felt truly uncomfortable? Think about failure. To most people, it's the end. To these 6, it's a teacher. They collect lessons like currency. They fail faster, recover stronger, and move quicker. Their secret weapon? They never take failure personally. They take it as progress. Are you learning, or are you just losing? Power doesn't just come from talent. It comes from resilience. These types are unshakable. The world can throw storms, but they bend, not break. And every time they rise higher. This is why people follow them, because when everything falls apart, they stand. Will you stand when it's your turn? Influence is built, not demanded. The quiet influencer knows it. The connector lives it. Even the disruptor earns it by proving courage. Influence is a mirror. It reflects your consistency, your character, and your results. What are you reflecting right now? Something worth following. Discipline is the silent partner of every winner. The strategist studies daily. The architect plans daily. The disruptor tests daily. They treat discipline like oxygen, non-negotiable. If you wait for motivation, you'll lose. If you build a discipline, you'll win. What's one discipline you can start today? The world rewards speed, but not recklessness. These 6 know when to move fast and when to stay still. They read the room, trust the gut, and make bold calls. Timing is their hidden advantage, and timing isn't luck. It's preparation meeting courage. Are you ready when the window opens? Your environment matters. Each type surrounds themselves with energy that matches their vision. They avoid negativity, distractions, and comfort zones disguised as friendships. They know the wrong crowd will kill the right dream. Look around you. Are the people near you pulling you forward or holding you down? Finally, remember this. The world doesn't slow down for anyone. The clock is ticking, the game is on, and someone right now is building what you only dream about. So stop waiting, stop doubting, and start becoming. Pick your type. Build your edge. And when the world looks for leaders, make sure they find you. The best leaders are also the best students. They never stop learning because the game keeps changing. Greatness hides in the small things. Early mornings, late nights, the discipline no one sees. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Sharpen it daily or it will dull with time. Every setback can be turned into leverage. Only those who reflect can see the lesson. People follow courage. They respect those who act even when it's hard. A clear vision will attract allies. A confused one will push them away. Winners move with intention. Drifters wait for luck. The 6 types know the value of silence. They speak less and do more. Your growth will make others uncomfortable. Don't shrink. Expand anyway. The choice is simple. Stay hidden or build something the world can't ignore.